baldbookgeek, and here is a book review. I've not done one of these in ages, but I'm doing this one because I feel like this book needs to be talked about. So, I want to talk about Madonna of Bolton. This book took me by surprise. I'm going to give you a synopsis first because I think that's an easy way to put it. It's a semi-autobiographical story of a young boy growing up in Bolton, England, who is gay, and as a child he discovers Madonna and the impact of Madonna throughout his life. Each chapter is named after a Madonna song. I heard this book had been on the grapevine for a little while. It had been turned down by several publishers, some saying that it was too gay, or it was too Madonna was over, and stuff like this. It's funny because now we live in an age of great pop. We have some amazing pop music and young kids are getting idols, be it Taylor Swift, be it Lady Gaga, be it Beyonce. You know, these sort of big pop stars. And a lot of people forget what Madonna did, and a lot of people write her off because she's old. 60 is not old, by the way. I just want to say that 60 is not old. This book is charming and wonderful, and very sad and poignant in places. I love the guy's writing style. You do feel like you're reading the story firsthand. He paints a picture of this very suburban 1980s childhood. Every chapter just pulls you more and more in, and as he grows up you see it. And his first time going to Canal Street in Manchester, and you know, in an interview with the writer, he clearly stated that it was like a different world, that going from Bolton 22 minutes one way by train you'd be in Manchester, and it was a completely different world. And going to Canal Street for the first time, he called that Vogue. So I think that says it all, right? There is a whole, not everyone, but there is a whole generation of young gay men who are unaware of what Madonna did. When it comes to gay rights, she's been the most vocal for decades. She's just done it in a very subtle way. You can't write her off just because she's old. Kind of brought that nostalgia back. I am a Madonna fan at the end of the day, and a lot of people know that. I think she is fantastic. I've seen her live numerous times. Absolutely amazing performer. This book paints this beautiful little picture of the childhood type world of growing up gay, of relating to that, and you know, it mirrored a lot of my own childhood. It's funny because everyone moans about representation in novels, and you know what, this is probably the best representation of a young gay man I've read in a very, very long time. I couldn't relate to a lot of the other bigger gay books. You know, we always relate to stories that probably flesh out our own in a weird way. We all relate to that story, and for example, I couldn't relate to Love, Simon. It didn't resonate with me. It didn't resonate with my experience, and to read a book that resonates with your own experience is spectacular. To hear that echoed. I think that's the thing, when talking about books like this, it's very difficult when they don't. For example, YA is a genre with a lot of token gay characters that don't feel real or just an accessory. Gay men are not handbags. This, on the other hand, doesn't feel like that. It's a young gay boy. You see him grow up, you see him change, you see him evolve. He is not a token character, he is not an accessory. He is wonderfully written, fabulously intelligent, and his story echoes so much of my own. I grew up in a little village in Suffolk, and to paraphrase, I was the only gay in the village, which kind of sucks. But when you read your story echoed, when you hear things that you relate to, when you read characters you could actually meet and know, I think that's a fantastic excuse just to buy this book. Even if you're not a Madonna fan, I want to clarify this book is brilliant, and even if you're not a Madonna fan, I think it would be fantastic for anyone to read. It doesn't hold anything back. Like I said, it's charming, it's heartbreaking, it's well written. A big shock. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. I'm going to put a link in the doobly-doo, so if you guys want to buy the book, there is a link, Amazon Book Depository. But do check this out. And just a side note, I'm obviously younger than the character in the book. I was I got into Madonna when I was a teenager in the early noughties, around the GHV2 era, but for some reason she always has a song that resonates with me at that time. So do check out this book. It's wholeheartedly a 5 out of 5, and tell me what you think below, guys. Bye.